Okay, this is gold, and this is the daily, and there are two competing wave counts here for gold. On the whole, we just discussed the Australian dollar, US dollar, and I told you what I think long term the implications are for the breakout that we have seen there, and it's largely positive, of course, for gold and silver, even though sometimes you may find that gold and silver could be trailing behind. At this point in time, I do not see a danger or a situation where gold is going down. I do see a possibility that the first run that began from here found an end here. I'm not terribly certain. Okay, you see my question mark here. If it did find an end right here, then what we are seeing here, by the way, that followed clearly on my arrow, if you remember, I put this one in anticipation of a possible A, B, C, D, E. Now, if that works out, and it did register top here, that will be UA. That will be UA of a correction to the entire advance from the brown line. So what that would mean is that probably gold could be going sideways for a while in this sense, and then come down to retest again this level and probably break it. But as I said, I don't expect that. It might go down maybe mid-range towards this level. Depends how strong it is. If it is very strong, of course it doesn't need to go very far. This is the 200 moving average right here. Okay, on the daily, that's the 50. For now, the 50 is coming to the rescue. Now, suppose the fifth leg has not ended here, but in fact what you're seeing here is a fourth wave. In that case, gold will muster the energy and jump back up there. Okay, we'll jump back towards 1280. I'm not terribly keen on that because of what I've seen in the silver. You will see in a sec. So I'm not embracing this idea wholeheartedly, but I do think that I have here a build up of an ABCDE, okay, which is bullish. Why? Because it is corrective. If it is an ABCD and I'm reading it right, this is corrective to the first advance. Okay, when I mean corrective, it basically implies that the main trend is up, and that's why it sort of pulls out a corrective pattern that is going sideways to down. Okay, so that's what I have to say at this point concerning gold. And I shared with you the idea that I think it is going down this road of delivering an A, B, C, D, and I said to you that could turn out to be the last ABC, and look, it followed my arrow and in fact bounced back, got quite a bit of support here. As soon as it runs back above 1245, I think we can take it that this is a complete unit, meaning that that's over. That's over. And if it is a fourth wave, okay, fourth wave that ended here, it'll find its way towards 1285. I do not think it's going to soar a lot above 1285 at this point. Yes, it might even just do a double checking of the top here and then come back. We might end up with a lateral movement here for the next several weeks. That is the situation in gold. Now in silver, we have a pretty important pattern that has evolved over the last 2 weeks, and that is a distinct possibility of 5 legs down right from the top here. Of course, it coincides with the correction that we have just discussed in the case of gold, but this is important because it shows 5 waves, and I do not think that this is a C. What I mean is that I don't think that this is an A, B, and that's a C, meaning that that's an A, B, C, and that would imply that silver is ready to shoot immediately above 16.4. I don't think it's the case because of what happened before. Okay, I do think that what happened before, the move that began here probably found an end right here. Okay, and that excludes taking this as an ABC. Then what you are left with is that this is an A, because we are dealing most likely in a bullish development here overall, and I do not think that this is wave 1 that is going to eventually lead there. although I could be wrong, but we have already discussed the related markets to that. So that is probably an A. That's probably an A, and it's probably warning us that we are going into a zigzag. Now let me clean it so it will be clear to you. If this is your A, then what it's doing, it's now registering a bottom, and you can see the 200 moving average. You can see the bounce from the support of the 200 moving average and the horizontal support that you have here. And do not be surprised one bit if silver bounces back over the next week or two. Back, I wouldn't say going back to test this, but it could go easily to 1560, 1580, and then come down again. Okay, that's the idea. You see, come down in this manner, and that's what I'm saying. We have an ABC, and all of that you can build from the notion that you detect here clear 5 legs. I'll show you the 60 minutes. And that is a 1 2 1 2 3 4 3 4 5. Okay, if I'm right and it's done, no more downside for now. It's easily going to go to 15.4, and that should be the clear signal that we have left behind the end of our A. Okay, and we will see basically silver going nowhere for 2 weeks or so, delivering either a triangle or another set of tiny ABCs here, etc., before coming back to retest 14.8.